What's up, wrestling fans? It finally happened. We talked about this about 5 days ago now. The Saraya thing, the Paige thing. But real quick, before I get into that, just want to say I don't think any condition with the internet being down or off and my sickness to go live and carry a live stream at this time. Maybe tonight. I don't know. But rather, if you want to support the show, before I get into this wrestling news, if you want to support the show, guys, use the link. It's popping up now on the screen, or it's just in the description down below, and it will pop up again at the end of the video as well. Go there to support and fund the show. Of course, we don't necessarily have a GoFundMe, but it is the best way to support the show while also getting some recognition and getting on the leaderboard. There it is. Give it some love. Right now, Z Payne's at the top, Immune, Nick B, Louis Ordonetta, The Creator, Gerald Armstrong, D. Wells, Travis, and Seabass the Beast, and A. O'Donnell at the bottom. Get your name on this list for March if you can. We're looking to try to raise a couple thousand in the next week. Don't know if that's possible, but let's get to the news now that I've babbled. I'm just going to throw some Ambisol on before I continue and pause this, because not only am I sick, really badly sick with something, and some other things are going on that I'm not talking about, and not only have we lost internet, but I have these canker sores, and it's not herpes, I don't think. I bit the shit out of myself, and because I'm sick, I think my body's not fighting off the cankers too well. But it could be herpes. It could be herpes. My wife could have cheated on me. You never know. I'm just kidding. I've had these my whole life. Okay, so Saraya, Paige, wrestling, let's go. All right, let's get into the Paige stuff. At the end of the show, I'm going to tell you all the different ways that you can support this show, the channel, and me, and help me get back to doing way more content, possibly. So 5 days ago, or something like that, Saraya Paige was in an interview, and she basically was like, I definitely gonna see myself going back to WWE, or I absolutely want to go, someday I want to go back to WWE, or whatever the case is. She also made that, suggestion in a different way, a different time. And, of course, that made me think, wow, that's going to piss Tony Khan off. He's got to be pissed, right? Everybody just won't stop talking about WWE and mentioning WWE. And, AEW themselves constantly would mention WWE a while back. So, you reap what you sow, right? But that being said, it's no surprise today to me now. I mean, I'm surprised how quick it happened that they are amicably, mutually parting ways. And I honestly believe that that Tony Khan is like both kind of pissed, but also like, listen, if you don't want to be here, let's get her out of here, because what is she going to go around what is she going to go around promoting that she loves WWE when she works in AEW? And this isn't a thing that it was coming up. See, I thought, I don't know how much longer she has on her contract, but from what I understood, what I knew, she still had another 3 to 6 months available at AEW. And this is cutting it short. And I almost think that it's because of her going out there and saying things about I want to go back to WWE type of thing. I don't think Tony Khan wants his active AEW star going on a freaking press tour for WWE. I mean, that has got to piss him off, right? That has got to be just the worst case scenario, and just something that's enraging. Like, I don't know. I'm here to tell you that me and AEW's relationship has come to an end, Saraya says, her first episode of the podcast. I had an amazing time there. There's no bad blood between us. I had such a magical time. And I got to thinking, what if I left? What is there left for me to do in wrestling right now? There's no storylines. Where do I fit in? Yeah, she was really squandered with nothing to do. She will not get to wrestle Mercedes, but Mercedes probably didn't want to wrestle her. Maybe Mercedes got her, part of why they got her out of there. A lot of people have been saying, oh, my God, Mercedes got her fired, I mean, Mercedes allegedly got, Midget Man kicked off a commentary at House of Glory, so maybe she's also gotten rid of Saraya because of the neck thing. I don't think that's the case. I do think that's the case with Midget Man in New York, but from what we understand, to be honest, and I like Mercedes, I like Sasha Banks. She was the first female wrestler I ever bought merchandise from or for. But I'm just going to tell it like it is. The perception of Mercedes is that she is a diva C-word. I'm not saying that's what she really is. I'm not saying I 100% believe that. Again, I bought Mercedes merchandise. I was in the same wrestling school as her, although we never really, wrestled or anything like that. But I know that she's always been nice when I've seen her, interactions early on. Even if they weren't, I'm not going to sit here and crap on someone because they didn't give me extra love or something like that. I'm just saying I bought Sasha Banks' gear as a male, which is weird. I don't do that. So I really do respect her, but at the same time, she comes off like a C-word to people. And that is and if I was her, I would just keep playing up on it. I wouldn't even be surprised. If I was Mercedes, I would say, hey, let's get him off commentary. And then people are going to talk crap and think I did it, which I did. And I'll get all kinds of heat because we're trying to get me heat and trying to make me like hated. And so let's do that. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think it's kind of an interesting idea if it were planned. Whether Midget Man knew about it or not, I don't know. But anyway, so Saraya is gone. Paige is gone from AEW. And, really another bad apple, another bad situation where on her way out for the last couple of weeks, she name-dropped WWE several times and talked about WWE so great. And I think that's what Tony Khan, the bell went off, like, okay, we better get her out of here before it's a 3-month tour about her coming back to WWE, and it builds up until she goes there. And she literally works for us. I am, embarrassed, and I am angry. And I am, feel maybe probably, a bit backstabbed or just embarrassed, really. I mean, Tony Khan probably. He's gotta feel kind of pissed off about this. Totally understand that if he does. Ric Flair crapped on I'll leave the place. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, it's gotta feel like so much rejection for Tony Khan at this point. Even if it's not, but listen, you're a business owner, suck it up and go crush it, right? And maybe that is what he's doing. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe I'm on his behalf. You know what I mean? Theorizing these insults or theorizing this resentment that isn't there. But to me, it feels like there's a resentment. There's sitting wrestlers down to keep them off the spotlight. There's hiding people in obscurity. And then there's, getting rid of people, the first signs of trouble. There's being irritated. And I think, honestly, that the truth is in the middle somewhere. I think Tony Khan does have a beef with some people. I don't know if Tony Khan sits down with these people early on. But if I was Tony Khan, I would sit down early on with people and just say, listen, guys, you work for this company. You don't work for another one. We're the small guys. Other people don't need, to be promoted any more than they already are. So can we please, keep that sort of thing to a minimum, and try to promote us and our agenda. And just do me a favor and don't go out there trying to promote someone else. Whether we're on good terms, bad terms, you love your spot, you're angry at your spot, but as long as you're working here till the very last day, if you could do me a favor and do me this promise, that you will talk well about our company and promote our company and be a company guy or girl or man, woman, whatever. That's what we want. And that's all I'm asking of you as a human who's, an owner trying to make it in the wrestling business. Don't put us on blast and put us in a negative light. Certainly, I'm not saying that I'm going to control everything you say or anything like that, but I'm saying think about it. From my point of view, I'm putting into you because I care about you. I think you have value. So whether we're on the best terms or not the greatest terms throughout our time together, and hopefully we'll always be on great terms, you will still, try your best to represent the company more than anything. And that I ask of you. I would do that if I was Tony Khan. Maybe he does, maybe doesn't. I don't know. But I would do something like that or say something like that because they really just, I think it would help some of his anxiety about, people kind of backstabbing him or turning on him or just sort of not really showing him the love at the end. It's almost like their way of getting back at him. But it always goes bad. It always goes bad. But anyway, guys, okay, so we're done as far as that goes. I just want to remind you again, I don't have a GoFundMe or something like that, but it is crunch time. So if you want, streamlabs.com/evilspectrum1111. Super thanks are great. Becoming a patron would be huge right now. If you could become a patron, that'd be awesome. But instead, use the pop-up that's going to be popping up at the end of the video and in the description box and pinned to the comments down below. Of course, it's Streamlabs. You guys can go to that right now. It doesn't have to be when I'm live. You can do this right now. Not only will I play your donation live later, but it will also be listed under the not under that, but under the what's it called? Under the leaderboard there. So get on this leaderboard. That would be awesome. I'm up against it. Crazy. We need to raise so much money. It's probably not even possible, but I don't know. I don't know what else to do. So I just tell you guys, if you have something you want to promote, like your brother is selling dildos or, your mom is selling like orgasm devices or something like that. There's a product, there's something to push, whatever it is, reach out to me. I'll promote it, whatever, for $200, $1,000, $5,000, whatever it is, big company, big thing, some service, whatever it is. We are looking for sponsors. We are looking for anything. Or if you just want to support, there it is. There's how to do it. There's all the stuff. I'm not really going to say much more than that because I don't want to. But the bottom line is we need to make a lot of money in the next 2 weeks or there's going to be some major problems. But I appreciate you guys for anybody who does anything. It'll be much appreciated. We'll shout it out throughout the week. Today's Wednesday night. I don't know if I can carry a whole show tonight yet. I think maybe medically I might be able to. I just don't want to go live and then have no ability to really continue after 10, 20 minutes. I don't want to be stuck. So this is sort of like a dry run right now doing this stream. But do you think Paige, Saraya is going to come back? Psoriasis is going to come back to the WWE? How soon? In my opinion, I think she's going to come back to NXT potentially and maybe be sort of a general. Oh, she can't really be because The Rock's daughter's the general manager person. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe she'll come back to NXT and in some kind of a role. Maybe she could. I really think she could be a good manager for a woman wrestler or even a man. Be a valet, almost like a sort of a sensational Sherry type of thing, or like a Lita thing for Edge. I really think that there's some kind of value there. I mean, AEW we didn't even really talk about this on this video, but AEW squandered her, and I don't understand why. They gave her these moments, and then that was about it. I would have thought immediately it was going to be Mercedes Moné and her, but maybe there's a beef there. I mean, that's just going to add to the speculation that Mercedes got her out of there and that there's some kind of a beef. There's got to be some kind of a jealousy. I mean, they're not doing anything with her. Unless there's some kind of medical thing I don't know about that prevents this from happening or something else that I don't understand what in the world AEW is doing with her. Will we ever know like what AEW is thinking with her? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why they didn't utilize her more. Tonight is AEW Dynamite. I hope you guys can click the like button and we're going to find out who is the top dog of March. Right now, it is Z-Pain by a lot. Immune in second and Nick B. Maybe Louis Urdaneta and the Creator have an opportunity as well to catch up in there. But I don't know. Anybody else? Monetize This 500 is coming up. 498 is this week, if you can believe that. 498, then 499, and then it's 500. 500 episodes of Monetize This. 10 years in the making. When Monetize This first started, I only had 2 kids. Hell, my dog. Actually, when it first started, I had 1 kid. Isn't that crazy? When Monetize This started, by Monetize This 7. I only had 1 child. Now I've got 3. 9, 11, and 15. My kids are, it's crazy that we've been doing it this long. But I thank everybody who's ever been a part of it, and I can't wait for it to happen. Anyway, you guys want to support, we don't have a GoFundMe. We have a Streamlabs, Evil Spectrum 11111. Check it out. I'm going to do my best to come on tonight and put on a live show. And I appreciate everybody who's been DMing me and messaging me, worried about whatever they think about whatever is happening with all different things. But thank you. I love you all. I appreciate it. Very nice of you all. And I will catch you tonight. Popping up on your screen hopefully now is some links to where you guys can support the show. Otherwise, down below in the pinned comments is the link where you can go help right now. And that's about it. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show as well. Jump on Patreon, and love to have you become a member as well. I'll see you maybe potentially tonight live.